is right. Chasing stars and holding you. I can't see the end, but we'll see it through.
Oh, thank you very much. I missed that because of the music. Right, let's try that again. Hello and welcome. Right, please go and subscribe to Drop Short Media, who is Brad, who was with me at the protest, the IAS protest in the UK. He is basically doing the UK equivalent of the Scientology audit that's happening in America. And yeah, with obviously sort of a UK twist of being very, very polite. He is absolutely amazing. And hey, Jennifer, hey. But yeah, do let me know if the music in the background is annoying. I just sort of wanted to try something different. And let me bring on Mayor and Mark. Hello.
Hello.
Welcome.
Hello.
Can you both hear me all right?
Mm-hmm.
You are a bit low.
Am I?
But Claire, is it possible that you choose another microphone? Now it's probably coming.
So since the whole thing and me screwing up my webcam, I keep forgetting to bring home my microphone. So this is all that I have is like the one on my headphones. So I apologize.
But listen, on Friday when I was looking back before you had the headset in.
Yeah, but then it's
the sound was the sound was better if you just use the microphone on the computer.
Yeah, but then there was like an echo. Did you not hear the echo?
No.
Oh, why? Because for me there was like a major echo. That's why I put the headphones in.
Okay. Yeah, I don't. No, it's okay. It's okay.
I apologize. It's I was just sitting down to do this and I was like, once again I've left it at my studio. So yeah, a little bit annoying, but we will get through. I'm just waiting for some images to load up from my sort of birthday celebrations. But as you can see, my wonderful cards that my friends got me behind me, and I'll do a show and tell of presents when people want. But how are you two?
Well, I'm good.
Good. Yeah.
Yeah, good as well. Yeah.
I saw that you got your essays sorted, Mark.
Yeah, I've been on exams for about a month, and I still have a couple weeks to go. But yeah, I've done 4 10-page essays I had to do in the past month, so I got through all them and still got a little bit more work to do in the next couple weeks, but that's about all.
Oh, good. I'm glad.
Yeah. And then I'm in my
always
next
nice when
semester.
you sort of kind of can kind of down from, because particularly sort of doing essays is quite a lot
Yeah.
to sort of have to deal with.
So, what exactly are you studying?
I'm studying history right now in a master's program, and I'm in Hungary, so I'm in one of the big universities here. And yeah, all my essays, one was in political science, but the other three were in history, just of various different regions and
Like
countries and stuff.
world
Yeah, basically.
history things? Yeah.
It focuses on the region of Central Europe. So Poland, Czechia, Slovakia, Hungary, Romania, Ukraine, and then the former Yugoslavia. So the whole the whole big region up here.
Yeah. Yeah, that's the thing. It's like a lot to cover.
Oh yes, yeah.
Fabulous. What are you hoping to do after your studies? I don't think I've ever asked.
Well, right now I'm applying for another program, so a PhD program, and then yeah, that's something I'm putting together now. So hopefully I can get in. If not, then I'll find some kind of work around here. But that's my goal, is to continue going for the
Oh,
next 3 years.
that would
So
be cool.
what do you work? What kind of work can you get? Teacher?
Well, with the PhD, I can do research, I can teach, I can do quite a few things. I can work in a lot of different industries, like with history. One of the things is research, anything to do with research, anything to do working in museums, and like there's a whole broad spectrum of stuff I can do. So I would just figure out in the next couple years which one I'm interested in, and go from there. But probably either teaching or working in a museum might be nice.
Yeah, I can imagine working in museums now.
Yeah.
I had a really nice tour by a lady round. We've got one called the V&A here in London, and
Mhm.
yeah, and I just went sort of like round the sort of fashion exhibition with her, because I literally have like never had a tour around there. And in particular with fashion, it's sort of like I studied it, so it's a bit like, oh, I kind of know it, but really like the history I don't know that much of. Yeah, and it was so fascinating hearing her sort of talk about stuff.
Yeah.
So yeah, that would be a really nice thing to do.
Yeah, I've been trying to brush up a little bit because now I have a bunch of friends from the UK, Joe, Alex, yourself, and a few others. And so I've been trying to brush up on my UK history, which I learned in Canada, because we're like a surrogate country. The king is our
Mm.
head of state, right? And we have the queen on our money and stuff like that. And I learned God Save the Queen in school, although I do prefer the Sex Pistols version. I did enjoy
Yeah.
the yeah, maybe a little bit more than the other version, but that's still okay. And then of course, Meghan Markle, she lived in Toronto for many, many years, so she did a show called Suits.
Oh yeah.
And yeah, so there's all this connection and whatever, and the queens come to visit, the king will come to visit, etc. But I've been trying to learn a little bit more, and many, many years ago I visited London, and I really enjoyed the Tower of London, and
Oh yeah,
going
the
through
tower's
there.
amazing.
Yeah, because I didn't really realize the whole lineage of all the English kings and how it really goes back to William. And so I learned a lot about that, like just from like the Tower of London, about the Norman conquest and all that stuff. And I'm also fascinated because we all speak English, where English comes from, the Old English, and how
Yeah.
it's so different from the English we speak today. So anyway, it's just a very fascinating region, and it's been something I've been reading, little bits of since I guess the past year and a half. But yeah, it's pretty
Mm. Oh,
nice.
interesting. Nice. Yeah. I love kind of sort of looking into things like that.
Yeah.
I don't know if I've said it when sort of you being on stream, but I've over the summer I sort of found out about my surname and kind of where
Hmm.
potentially it sort of comes from. So mostly from London, as I always thought, but there's sort of potential that it goes back to Wales and then to France. as Cushman rather than Couchman. So yeah, so I'd like to go sort of Wales and kind of see what I can kind of find there. But yeah, it's really interesting. We were always cloth merchants. So yeah, so it's kind of interesting, like, to find sort of where potentially sort of my interest in kind of textiles and things like that comes from.
Yeah, wow.
The rest of my family
I'm
is
sure Wales looks gorgeous. I only have been to
yeah,
London.
yeah, I've not been there particularly. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, look, Brad
But
is
beautiful,
saying that
yeah.
his audits are going to be the cold version.
Yeah.
I don't know if anyone if like sort of when people go and like sort of watch his channel, his like first video that he put up was of going back to the St Hill Manor, and this was, I'm not sure exactly when it was, because he kind of says it in there that it was maybe like a few weeks after we did the protest, and he's in shorts, and even then it was fairly chilly, you know. Hey,
There's always that
Chad.
one person.
Oh,
Hey,
yeah.
Chad.
He's Chad spamming my.
Good to see you. Hey, Chad.
Chad. Oh, so nice. Oh, one more that I didn't say. Fabulous. Oh gosh, more hearts.
So,
Sorry,
so
every
how
time I go to click off, sorry, every time I go to click off them, I click on a new one. Yeah.
so how
Sorry,
was
mate.
your birthday?
It was amazing, thank
Oh.
you. Let me see if my images come up. Not quite yet. Yeah, so we did, so on the Friday, I after my makeup stream, which was so fun, like I really want to do another one of those. I didn't realize
Yes,
I'd
yeah.
like it so much.
I really enjoyed watching.
Oh, that's so good. So yeah, then I went out for dinner with some friends to quite a fancy sort of bar restaurant called Cragley Goes, which is in oh, sorry, just as new information, it was 2 nights ago, so even colder. A crazy person, Brad. Yeah, so Cragley Goes is like in sort of central London, over kind of Mayfair Way, and the interior is very sort of 1920s-esque. You kind of going down these sort of stairs, and it just sort of, the place opens up, like basically from the outside is just sort of some windows with sort of a door in them, so like it looks very small, so like unless you really know, like my friend said that they kept walking past. I didn't realize, because I sort of like, I've been there quite a few times, I don't think about it not being recognizable, but yeah, it's sort of very sort of, to people that don't know wouldn't know where it was. And yeah, so it's sort of thing that you go in and it's just like absolutely massive in there, and there's like an upstairs bar, but then there's also like a bar in sort of the middle of where all the rest of the tables are for the restaurant, and then at the very end is a stage with sort of band play. And usually when I've been before, it's like sort of you get like one sort of act all night. We had 3. One woman that was absolutely amazing at the start, and then ended with a 4-piece band who did kind of sort of hip hop esque, but in sort of a swing jazz kind of style. It's really interesting.
Wow.
Yeah, so that was really, really fun. And even better, we got a nice free bottle of champagne.
Oh,
Wow.
There was, unfortunately, I'd like to say it was because of my birthday, but there's a deal on this one. But
That's
then you'll
interesting.
see,
Wow.
like when I bring up the photos, it's like of all the places, it's like the smallest sort of happy birthday complimentary cake that I've ever had, and it was literally like a chocolate truffle thing with a candle coming out. And then I lifted it up because like people were doing videos and things, and then one of them fell off. It was an interesting thing. But yeah, so that was really lovely. So we had dinner there, and then we went upstairs and had some more drinks. Because somehow with the champagne and everything, I ended up with like 3 drinks throughout dinner, and I sort of ended up sort of kind of drinking them at the end. But yeah, so that was really nice. And then I then got home rather late and sort of sleep even later. So then the next day, after much needed lying, I got back up and did my makeup in very much the same way as the first night. Put on the same dress, but I cut out like the inner circle that skirt that I'd put in, so it wasn't quite as big. But the lighting wasn't so good in the restaurant, so I was like, I'm gonna wear it again. And sort of and get some better photos at the place that we went to Saturday night, which was it's a place called Flight Club, which is like darts, but like fun darts they call it. So it's or social darts. You're basically above the dartboard. It has like a screen that has sort of whatever game you're playing. So there's one that's like shoot the ducks, another one that your little donkey, and then you sort of move along, and each of the donkeys has a number on, and you have to hit that number to move.
Mm-hmm.
But if you hit one of the other numbers, it sends them all back. And then what we didn't realize is that my friend that because we've sort of paired up in teams, it was all like done by computer, and my friend hit bullseye, and it sent everyone back. And I was sort of quite lucky because anyone that I was sort of paired up with was let's just say was doing very good for my team. So I was sort of riding on everyone else's coattails for it. Which is a shame because like the first time I ever went, I was kind of good. I wouldn't sort of will say. So yeah, I was a bit annoyed that I wasn't at my peak performance that night. But yeah, so that was like really fun, and they all really loved it. Like some of them had been to it before and others hadn't. And then after that, then we went for dinner, which was really nice. To a place called Bill's, which is just like kind of they do all sorts of different food, but it's kind of more towards the like vegan veggie side of things. Though like they do have some meat, but it's just that some of the friends come that night or that day I knew would sort of like kind of either vegan or veggie, and obviously I'm very chill with what I want, but then also there's some people that are like they only eat meat, so I sort of had to go for best of both worlds. But like one of my veggie friends, she's like, oh, you know, there's usually sort of one option, and that's okay. And I'm like, no, like I'm gonna give you like a decent choice. I don't
It's
like
fun.
all this sort of like, yeah, like, oh, I'll just deal with like a plate of veg. It's like, no, it needs to be a bit more than just sort of straight from the garden. So
It's fun how we call it your veggie friend. My veggie friend.
Yeah, my friend's major vegetables. Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, so that was really fun. And then Sunday was literally like chill day, but then I had to do usual stuff and go food shopping. So
Nice.
all fun. And then back to work today. But yeah, so that was all really nice. How about your weekend? Anything decent going on, or just sort of usual? No.
Just the usual. Nothing exciting.
No, yeah. To be honest, my weekends are not usually like that. So it's just I don't. I
But
feel
I
like
like
I get
not
all this
I
thing of
like
sort of I'm talking about myself.
I like not exciting.
Ah, your paintings are exciting.
Yeah, well,
Right. Well, whilst my photos are taking a while to come up, I can show some of the little presents I got.
but did anyone did you get any compliment about the makeup?
Oh, the makeup.
Yeah.
Not sort of like a straight off thing. I think because it was sort of subtle. But I did tell my sister to show my niece the stream because I thought she would really like it. 'Cause she likes the makeup stream. But no, yeah, my makeup wasn't whacking enough, I suppose, to sort of stand out.
I was thinking if it was different from what you usually do.
It was, yeah, because I don't usually do my sort of like eyeliner and things like that, but I don't know. It wasn't. It clearly wasn't stand out enough for anyone to say. But plus,
Yeah, well, you didn't have much. Didn't like.
yeah, exactly. Plus,
Yeah.
like my friends are not. They're not those sort of people that really sort of look at those sort of things. They all love my dress, which was nice. Though, like it took me sort of saying that I had made it for them to be like, oh my god, they did
Yeah.
realize. I always have this, like anything that I haven't made, people ask me if I've made it. Whereas if I have made it, literally like no one asked me, and I get a bit like, oh, that is it not good?
Please ask.
Yeah. But my sister, like when I sort of said on the Saturday, 'cause she came on Saturday, and she was like, you know what, I thought so. So yeah, let me show you this. So this is a really
Oh,
nice
nice.
wine
Oh.
glass that one of my friends got me. It says 40 and feeling fantastic. Which
Yeah.
another friend of mine had said that it wasn't a big enough glass. And that same friend is from Finland and got me this, which is
Lucky.
non-alcoholic. Yeah, I can't quite get it without the.
Is it Christmas?
Yeah, Christmas drink. He said.
We call it glögg.
Ah, yeah.
I guess glögg. It looks like glögg, kind of.
Yeah. Yeah, and unfortunately nothing on there is English, so I can't even read a word. But yeah, so I'm looking forward to drinking that at some point.
Lots of dots over vowels, that's for sure, in Finnish.
Yeah.
We drink it warm. I don't know if that's
Oh, interesting.
Yeah.
Ah. Oh no, actually, yeah, he did say about warm, yeah, because he was giving me like sort of instructions of how to do it. I need to get him to like send it to me because I can't remember what he said. But yeah, it was something about a teaspoon or something. So yeah, like you mix it with water or something.
Yeah, maybe. I'm not sure, but when we used to have kind of raisins in and kind of like this nut mix really with almonds and crushed in pieces. So so we kind of eat. Yeah, I'm not so. I don't like it that much. So
yeah,
it's not that often I drink it, but it smells good. When it's warming up.
Okay. Oh look, and Brad said regarding the makeup, that I look great with the makeup.
Yeah.
So I really appreciate that. Yeah, I really liked it. And then this is something that another friend gave me. She has like a sort of a jewelry brand. So this is one of hers. Little mermaid.
Wow.
which I really
So
like.
what-
So it's just
what-
like a hair clip.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Yeah. Sorry, yeah, you
And it-
can't really tell, but yeah.
yeah. That's nice.
Yeah. So I quite like that. And then I got some bubbly.
Oh.
Mhm.
Wrong way round. Prosecco, which was very nice.
Oh wow, that's a good one.
So I need to have more celebrations just just to drink that because yeah, I'll be a bit. I think people will give me a name if I start drinking that bigger bottle by myself. Then, another friend got me this, which I thought was very special.
Oh.
Yeah, so it's
What does it say?
Let me get it out there properly. Limited edition. 40, fabulous, aged to perfection. Yeah, I really like that. But yeah, it's like a salt.
Oh, okay.
Right.
So then spoon
Or
goes
is
in.
it to keep your tea warm?
Yeah, I suppose you can even have it as tea, but sort of generally like these ones when it's kind of a little thing like that, it's like a sugar pot or something. But yeah, sort of I would use it for tea. But I don't know, it's too good almost. I think I might just like keep it in its packaging. It looks so cute.
The packaging was so nice. It looks so exclusive.
Yeah, exactly. And then this is like this is even nicer. All like the front of the box.
Yeah, right. Exclusive.
Yeah, literally.
Really exclusive. When the box is so nice, it's hard to throw away the box. I hate it.
Yeah, exactly. Oh, this is a new one. I didn't even realize I had this. There's a little it says snow trap. Hey you. And then it's like one of them sort of like a carrier bag.
Oh, okay.
Oh, right.
Oh, it's got a giant giraffe on it. I love it. Didn't even realize I got this.
Oh,
wow.
That's cool. Yeah, that's
kind of fun. Everyone knows me. I always like a good shopping bag. I got a little notebook from one of my friends, so that's really lovely. Everyone's definitely telling me that I need to journal more. And then that same friend got me a wonderful chocolate bar with my name on.
Oh,
wow.
that's cool.
And I mean, to be honest, my friends don't know me in the best of ways because everyone tends to get me chocolate. I will keep that chocolate probably for about a year. I hardly eat chocolate, so yeah, it's just one of those. And then one of my friends went to Japan recently and got me. She went to the Disneyland over there, and it's like a popcorn. Really lovely special edition Kit Kat. And mochi cake.
What? A cake?
What's the
Yeah, you know the matcha. Sorry, I'm saying mochi. Matcha cake, like the green matcha.
Oh wow. Right. Mm-hmm.
You know the
Cake.
they often do it in like a latte. I don't really know what matcha is. I think it's like it's a type of green tea, isn't it? I should really know that.
Something like that, yeah.
But it's a cake you are going. You should.
Yeah.
That you can eat.
Cake.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
But it looks really nice.
It does, doesn't it? I thought
It looks-
the middle kind of looks like it's a little snail.
I thought it was
Those I
kind of
love.
a rock that.
Oh yeah, no, all edible things, you know. So it's like it's all nice, but I mean the cake will. I'm surprised I've still kept hold of that. To be honest, cakes are usually like the first thing I eat. And then yeah, that's all that I got from there. And then I got this really nice plant.
Oh wow, nice.
Which I said to this friend that I'm glad that my hay fever is not a big thing anymore, because there was a time about 5 years ago, no, maybe even 6 years ago, and I literally like I couldn't go near any house flowers, like house plant flowers, because my hay fever had just gotten so bad. So yeah, that's really lovely. Yeah, and then I got some gifts that you can't see. One being some people gave me money, and then one lot of money is in particular for when I go skiing. I really want to do the paragliding on skis.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
So yeah, so that's my. I said it last year when we went skiing. I was like, that's what I want to do when I'm 40. So yeah, so yeah, so he's sort of like giving me like the money to do it, and he said that he's going to do it as well. So that would be nice, because
Nice.
I've kind of been having like thoughts about it recently of like, oh my god, like am I really going to do this? But yeah, I can't wait. I'm going to be like terrified up until we're doing it, but yeah.
Where do you go? Where do you go to?
So this time we're going to go Italy, but usually
okay.
we've been in the French Alps. It's just that the snow's not been so good there sort of like of recent years. So we're trying Italy this time. So fingers crossed. We're going in March, early March. So yeah, it should be fun. I can't wait. And then my sister has gotten me tickets to go and see or be part of a murder trial or murder mystery trial. So it's basically it's a theatre thing, because I was just like, what do you mean like part of a murder trial? It's a theatre thing, and you are let me just get Heather on. Hey Heather.
Hey,
So
I
you
literally just I've done that murder trial thing. It's amazing.
You? Oh my god, yeah. So you are part of the jury, and it's sort of it's this whole thing. So I cannot wait. Well, I'm going the 2nd of February. So yeah, it's only
really
like
fun.
a couple of weeks away. Hey Whitney.
Hey, witness.
Yeah, so I
I
can't wait. Oh wow, that's so exciting that you've been before.
I've been before. I know I said I was I am like so I wasn't feeling great, but then I got bored. So I was like,
yeah, I'm glad that you're here. Always glad to have you on stream.
So also it felt like I felt like I heard you talking about your makeup, and I was like, I should be here. And also it was my birthday too, so it felt like I can't come next week and be like, oh yeah, it was my birthday and I did lots of things. Although my birthday is spread across the month, so
yeah, that's the trouble with it. A January birthday. Brad was saying before that he thought it looked good. So and I was saying to the guys at the start that I just had so much fun on that stream that I can't wait for us to do more.
I will happily do more of them. We just need a somebody to read read the.
Yeah, we'll get someone in the background next time.
Because it
And
was
we'll do
really
it on
hard
your
to do both
channel.
at once.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, and we'll do it on
Um,
your channel and everything, because yeah, that would be so fun.
Well, I tried to make my first short today, but I don't know how to move it across.
Yeah, I saw that. I don't know how you do that.
Because I
Because
managed to
also
clip
I was
it.
going to edit it so that we're sort of underneath each other, because I just thought it would do that automatically, but clearly not. So
Clearly
oh,
not.
bye, Mark. Um,
Oh, no.
yeah, so like clearly not. So I don't really know what's going on there, but
I managed to clip Maya out of the stream we did just before Christmas, where I was showing off the trees on my eyes,
exactly.
because I forgot to take a picture because I was surrounded by all the small people. I forgot to take a picture of it. So I managed to clip it out of our live stream, but I can't put it on my channel, so it's just stuck somewhere in the ether of YouTube.
Yeah, exactly. No, so what I'm going to do, I'm going to edit it for you, so then it's like a proper short. And then I'll send you that as like a video. I can't tell you when exactly I will do that, but I will try and do that as soon as.
Starting all of my streaming was on my list for last year, so
yeah.
So don't worry about it. Like, I'll probably get it all sorted by 2025.
It's so good.
My January currently is full of doctor's appointments.
Oh gosh.
Literally the week of the 24th. I've got an appointment on the 23rd, 24th, 25th, 26th, 27th.
Oh no.
I'm just like, when am I?
Give me a day off.
Yeah. But no. So and tomorrow I'm going for an X-ray. So yay.
Oh gosh.
It's just one of my fingers.
What is that for? Your spine again?
No, it's one of that's. I've already had that this year, but it's one of my fingers is just being. My hand's just being weird.
Oh
I
no.
noticed it from on our makeup stream. All of my fingers were being weird. I was like, oh, that's an interesting thing to notice. Well, putting makeup on your face. But no, it's just being weird. So I called it up to ask. And then, yeah, it's just life, isn't it?
Exactly.
But I got to go to a really good bookshop for my birthday, so that was good.
Nice. Yeah. Did you buy any books?
I did. I cut my list of 11 down to 2.
Oh, wow.
So I managed to get...
that was some doing.
Yeah. I got Jeanette Winterson's 21 Bites.
Oh.
And this one called Bi Notes for a Bi Revolution.
Oh, interesting.
So, yeah, so I decided that I would just
Thank you, Whitney.
Thank you. I thought I would just give up and just know that I like reading non-fiction and just go with it, rather than being like, no, it's my birthday, I must read fiction.
Yeah.
Actually, I'm not a fiction person.
No, you know what? I'm very similar. I can listen to like an audiobook doing that, but to read, it needs to be something kind of real.
Yeah. There are certain authors that I've read since I was sort of a teenager, like Jeanette Winterson, that I will read her fiction books. But others that I just I go, oh, I should read that.
Yeah, exactly.
Everybody's reading it, I should read it. And then I go, no. And then others is, Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy. I can quote that. But then that still feels like it's real, like it's close enough to I know it's not real.
Yeah.
It's close enough to non-fiction to be.
It
Do you
could
know
be
what I mean?
real.
It could be real. Not sure if we're going to use cups of tea to transport us across the world, but
No,
yeah.
yeah, not that part.
Not that part. But yeah, so. But it was a bookshop that I really wanted to go to, so my friends took me, and then we ate some
lovely.
noodles. And
Was it very near you, or did you have to travel for it?
It was in it was in the city centre, so it wasn't much travel. But we went in the car instead of going. So
that's
instead
cool,
of
yeah.
Otherwise, you have to do public transport. No one wants to do public transport on a Saturday. Really?
No, exactly. And unless you're in London and that's like all you do, but
yeah,
I know
well,
what it's
generally,
like.
all I
If
do
not, then
all I do is public transport or taxis, really, because that's all the choice I've got. But it only really works if you do it with people who already do public transport. I quite often find if people don't do public transport, their concept of time, like, I know I don't have a great concept
it's
of
very
time
different.
anyway, but I've had conversations with people where they've gone, oh yeah, but it's only 20 minutes away, and you go, it's not. It's not. That place for me is over an hour away and I have to change 3 times.
Yeah.
And they're like, yeah, but for me it says it's 20 minutes in the car. And I'm like, yeah, because you're in a car.
Exactly.
You're in a car. I'm on the bus. The bus route doesn't come to my house, pick me up, and like I have to go to that bus stop. Then I have to cross the centre. There are some times where you have to like cross the centre. You'd think the bus stops would be near each other, but they're not.
Oh,
One will drop
yeah.
you off on one side of town, and then you have to go to the other side of town. And you're like, why?
Yeah. And it's always like the opposite to where you are or want to be.
Yeah, exactly. So, but at least I'm lucky that it exists. Like, where I grew up, there was no. The bus was every 2 hours.
Oh wow.
Yeah, and if you missed it, you missed it. So that was that. There was nothing like you couldn't. And like as soon as I was a teenager, I realised if you didn't drive, you couldn't go anywhere. You lost all of your. And like when I go and visit my, I sent my sister a fact about my hometown.
Oh yeah.
And she was like, "Oh yeah, did you not know that they've got it printed on the floor? Like your nephew reads them every time he goes to visit." And I'm like, I haven't been to my hometown for years because we don't go, because traveling there by public transport is so difficult. From where she is to where they're not on the same train line. So you have to change halfway. And it's like, and that's like, in the car it would take 25 minutes. And you're going, yeah, we'd have to change trains halfway through.
Yeah.
It sort of like changes everything. But how was everyone else?
Yeah, good. Maya, how are you?
Sorry, what?
How are you?
How are you?
Oh, I'm good. I'm good.
What are your new projects you've got going on? If you've got any.
I have this big one.
Oh.
But I'm not sure if I should.
Oh, wow. Oh, that's amazing.
I'm not quite sure if I'm going to paint over it or if it's. I kind of change my mind when I'm starting, and when I change my mind, it's kind of like, and there's something I find something else I like to paint. So
Well, it looks amazing. So
Yeah,
whatever
it
you
does.
end up doing with it, I'm sure it will turn out very good.
Yeah.
What have you got planned for your weeks ahead?
What's in my week? I've got 2 hospital appointments. I'm going to the office of like the organisation I lead to pick up some printer paper. But there's lots of it. And I'm like, yay, lots of printer paper. Means I don't have to buy it.
Yeah, exactly.
And because although I hate this fact, I have to print to be able to read it properly and be able to like make comment on it effectively. I have to print it to be able to like read it.
Oh yeah.
It's hard to read on screen.
Yeah.
I don't know how people like do with them Kindle things. I just
no, I don't get it.
I can't. If I'm also chairing a meeting, I can't read on screen and write notes on it, and also be in the like chairing the meeting at this. I can't do that.
There's a lot going
which
on.
was the same thing that was happening in our stream the other day. Was I was trying to talk to you and engage with the comment and try and do that. It was fine because it was something that I can do naturally, but next time we're gonna have a person.
Next time I can be if I am in the back or just hanging out with you, but I can't do the makeup because I can't see without my glasses. So
I didn't even think about that.
So it's kind of hard for me to do the makeup, but you can do the makeup and I can watch the.
Oh, that would be lovely.
Chat.
Thank
that
you.
would be lovely. It would be incredibly helpful. But yeah, that's why I'll end up printing everything and land up with litres of paperwork in my office. And people are like, why do you count it in litres? And it's because the boxes come in litres. And so I'm like, when I pack it back up to move or when I reorganise everything, it all goes back into the litre boxes. And I'm like, there are 21 litres. Oh no, actually, there are 42 litres.
That's the thing,
so you keep everything?
Yeah.
So you keep everything?
I get nervous about getting rid of anything because people will suddenly go, we need the document that we wrote in 1985, and I'll be like, I have it, or at least I have a copy. I don't have the document from 1985 because I wasn't born. But at least I have the document from 1985, so I'll just pull it out of the folder. Just be like, it is here. But I'm the same with anything. I've got my PA was sorting out my medical files, and it was literally the entire floor of my office.
Oh gosh!
Because he was trying to reorganise it all this morning, and he was still like, "I haven't finished, and I've been doing it all afternoon."
Oh gosh!
It's like I've got halfway through, and I'm like, "It's okay, it's okay. You can go home. It's fine." So yeah, but I just get worried that people will ask for a specific piece of paper. So I'm just that kind of person.
I would probably do that too. I'm not,
like
I hate throwing things out.
I've still got drawings that the kids made when I moved, like from years, like when they were like tiny people. People are like, why did you keep that scribble? That doesn't mean anything. And I'm like, but they gave it to me and said, this is precious, you must keep it. And I'm like, I must keep it. They told me it was precious. I still have birthday cards that they wrote me when they were like,
oh, talking of cute birthday cards, my niece that's 8, she did me this one. Where are we? This side.
Oh,
She drew
Oh,
her and me. Isn't that so cute?
oh,
But she spelled my name, CLARIIE, bless her. So, but yeah, it made me like really cry.
but like they send me a video every year, and my niece calls me Slothy because
No.
when she was born, she was very, very long. She's
Oh,
now
yeah.
very tall, but she was very long
Right.
when she was born. Literally, she would be on one shoulder and her feet would be like at my waist. She was very long, baby.
Yeah,
And
me and
mother
my
would just
sister were
be
like that apparently.
just hold her while people got on and did stuff. Like my sister could like clean or tidy the house, and my job was to hold her, and she'd cling on to you with her little hands
Oh
and
God.
just hang there like a sloth with her little screwed up face. So she was my little slothy friend because she'd just hang out there all of the time, like until a thing. And then obviously she was still a very long child, like she was just always my little
Yeah, as a
slothy
child.
friend. She'd just be there all the, and it's just stuck because now she's obsessed with sloth things
Oh,
because
amazing.
she's autistic, and that's what autistic like.
Ah,
If you introduce them to something, they'll cling on to it, and then it becomes the
yeah.
thing. So her thing is now sloths, but it turned into me being Auntie Slothy because apparently I'm very slow. I'm very tired, and I sit in corners. And I was like, okay,
Yeah,
that's
it's like
I'm all right with that, but you're supposed to be slothy because
yeah.
to hang on me like this. This is the thing. But she will send me a message every year going, "Hi, Auntie Slothy, happy birthday!" And then her little
Aw.
brother appears going, "Hi, Auntie Slothy," and she's really
Oh,
cute.
bless.
And I
That
just
is
sort of,
super cute.
so my phone just fills up with anti-MLM videos. Like just like videos that I want to turn into, and this is what I mean about wanting to have my channel going, because I'm just full of videos that I want to be like, what are you talking about, people?
Yeah.
And then videos of the kids just being like, hi, Auntie Slothy, we saw a thing in the shop with a sloth on. We went to the zoo and saw a sloth.
Oh God.
It's just really cute. Or they just send me pictures of flowers.
Oh
Because
no.
I turn it into my because I turn it into my makeup, and I once
You
said
said
to
that
my
before,
niece,
yeah.
because she takes lots of pictures, like when we're out together, she gets really nervous because when I'm controlling my wheelchair, she doesn't like me using my phone and moving at the same time. She thinks it's like texting and driving.
I was
I'm
gonna say
like,
dangerous driving.
if I stop every time I'm like having to make a phone call, we'll never get anywhere. We won't
No.
leave. Right? So I just in the end said to her, like, you take my phone and you take the pictures, right? And so now she makes my sister take pictures for me every time they go anywhere that has flowers. And my sister's like, I'm sure I take more pictures for you than I do for me when we go anywhere. Because I just land up with all these flower pictures. Just like,
Oh, I love it.
just loads of flower pictures, and my niece next to a sunflower. Because
Yeah.
in the UK, we have to wear sunflower lanyards to show that we've got invisible disabilities.
Yeah.
So she's now decided they must be her favourite flower because she has to wear a sunflower lanyard all the time. So it's just like,
bless her.
which is kind of cute. It's like that sort of like,
Yeah.
well, I have to do this thing, so I might as well.
Yeah.
It's like
A sunflower, what?
so we have to wear sunflower lanyards. So like,
basically on the ribbon it will have like lots of sunflowers.
Yeah, but so you.
So I can't. Mine's not in. Mine's not.
Stuck on the
There's like
clothes?
a card on the end of like sort of the ribbon that will say kind of it's an invisible disability often.
Yeah, but do you stick it on your
You wear
jacket?
it around your neck.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, there are So Mary Curie has a sunflower as part of their thing, I do believe, their like sort of logo, and they have that as like a little badge.
Okay.
But yeah, the lanyard will usually be what goes.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Oh, yes. Oh, I see. I see.
And then you have your card at the bottom. I'm covering up my name, obviously.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
Yeah, I
mine
didn't
has
know what you called it.
mine has autism alert. The name individual, and everybody's like, "What happens?" Like flashing lights.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, do all the bars come down? Like, what happens in an autism alert?
I don't think we have that. Wearing a card with your. No, I don't. I have never seen it before.
Yeah, they
Well,
have
what
a
was-
thing on the tube as well, like a baby on board, but you can have one that's like an invisible disability one, for sort of anyone. So then people should, if they ever look up, kind of sort of offer them like the priority seat.
It says something like, "I need a seat." I used to have it on my rucksack, but obviously now it's pointless.
Yeah. Now you bring the seat.
I
Yeah.
had to come with my own plan, so but they weren't very common for a while until the mask mandates, and then they became incredibly common because people were trying to get hold of them because they knew they didn't have to wear masks. But the reason why we have the alerts on the bottom is because what was happening was people were having meltdowns, so they were getting stressed and overwhelmed, and people were calling the police. They were, reacting in really negative ways. So they started schemes where you could have it say that you were an autistic person, and on the back of my card it says exactly what to do. It says how I would react. There's my lens.
Okay.
I don't think you'll be able to read it, but it says like, when talking to a person with autism, first explain what you're going to do and make sure they understand. Use clear and simple language in short sentences. Ask specific questions, avoiding irony, sarcasm, and metaphors. Obviously, these are generalizations because they print them for everybody, but it's sort of like to try and make sure situations don't happen. Allow the individual extra time to think about or act on what you say. Avoiding eye contact does not imply guilt or disrespectfulness. So it's all sort of those things that people like think about when they think about, autistic people. So yeah, but that's why these cards exist.
Yeah.
Because then we, if I get overwhelmed or stressed, I can, hand somebody the card and it sort of, it
can help them. Yeah.
So yeah,
Bye,
there you
Whitney.
go. Bye, Whitney.
Bye.
Bye. Have a lovely evening. Sorry, I'm having a bit of a thing because my images just finished downloading and now they've just disappeared.
Brilliant.
Yep. I'm not very impressed.
See, I can use sarcasm.
Yeah.
And I know I'm doing it, whereas some people don't know that they don't get it.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
So it's best to just avoid. don't.
Yeah,
But,
if you don't know the person,
yeah.
Yeah, me and Jen were talking earlier, and she brought up this video from someone on YouTube from like back in the 90s when the computers was a new thing, and it's like how to respond to comments. She wrote back afterwards, and she was like, "Oh, well, I think it's more of a sarcastic thing." And I read it, I watched it, and it was the most hilarious thing. The guy is so just sort of like straight faced saying all this stuff, and he's like,
Depends
yeah. So it's basically it's like sort of he's like written this really nice comment about an image that is a 4D graphic image, and it's very obviously for now it's very, very basic, but then it was obviously very good.
yeah.
So it's just like really interesting, I think, and it's just these like sort of clouds with these kind of boxes in the middle that are meant to be 3D, and yeah, so then he goes, yeah, so like I've written this really nice comment. And this is how you write your comment. You use, you know, sort of you say something descriptive about how it looks. You give something interesting for it, and then whatever, like some fact or whatever. And then he's like, now you've written your review, you just sit back and sort of like see what happens next. And then someone comments on his comment, and he's like, oh, someone's replied, let's check it out. And it's like basically someone going, that's a load of sort of BS kind of thing. And he's like, right, you go, now we need to reply to this person. Now you can you either reply to a comment like this in one of three ways. One being like sort of thank you for your comment, sort of would you like to sort of discuss your thoughts further kind of thing. The second one is to give them like more of a long-winded thing about why you think the image is nice or whatever. And then the third one is to be like, you know, sort of go and F yourself kind of thing. And it's just like, I was like, I think it's sort of like it then goes into like this whole thing, and then this person comes back, and then he's like, right, now I'm gonna, you know, reply to this, and he brings up some like dodgy
you just
images
land
of
up
this
in a
guy.
never-ending pain of
Literally, and then he's like, oh, and now it's interesting. There seems to be a whole nother conversation happening. It's just like all these people like attacking like the very first person, and it's like, yeah, maybe not. But I was like, oh, maybe I will start a different account just to sort of bring up some of that 90s nostalgia of sort of how not to comment to things. But yeah, it was quite a funny one.
It's really hard sometimes to work out. I was talking to somebody, and I was like, I think it was those quizzes you have to do to get into certain groups sometimes, where it's like, where did you find this group? Why do you believe in this thing? What you know, what are your opinions on such and such? And I was like, do you need to give a psychological, like, do they want a sociological answer? Do they want a pop culture answer? Is this a yes or no question? Like, you've given me no like supportive information to the questions you want, and I don't know what you need. This is taking too much energy for me to figure out. I've just had
exactly.
I am not going to join this group. I'm walking away.
Yeah.
And sometimes you just do that, and then suddenly you're already there, because like they've just noticed that you've tried to add it, and they've gone, oh, somebody wants to join, and they just ignore the fact you haven't answered any of the questions. And you're like, so what was the point in me trying to sit there and answer them then? Like,
yeah.
But it's just really weird. And sometimes they'll be on groups that are for nothing in particular, like, but yeah, it's just really it's just like I get it, but it's just really stressful. Like questions are
Yeah,
always really
exactly.
stressful. It's like like in the UK, how are you?
Yeah.
Do you want the real answer, or do you want the which answer would you like? Do you want the
Exactly.
I do actually ask people that now. Do you want the truthful answer, or do you want the
Yeah, the long or the short of it, in other words.
yeah? Do you want the truthful answer, or do you want the one that means that you can just carry on down the road?
Yeah, exactly. Right, I think I've found them now. So
is this you on your night out?
it will be, yeah. Oh, that's why it's not coming up. It's not in the right format. That's really annoying. Yeah, I don't know how. Maybe if I do it like this and I share my screen, that might be better. But yeah, so it's photos and videos from like both the nights. Because on the Saturday we went to a place called Flight Club, which is like darts, but sort of fun darts.
Yeah.
So yeah, I've just got like a bunch of photos from that. And some like good steals of my dress that I think probably show the dress better than what it did on the stream. Right, now let me, where am I going? I want to go down there. So share screen. Oops.
Oh, there you go.
There we go. Oh gosh, that's very fast.
Oh.
So this is the Friday night. Oh gosh. How do I get you to play at the lower speed? Right, at least I can talk about things. Yeah, so that's the end of the Saturday night. I found this cool little tree thing. Oh yeah, it's gonna like take ages to move. Right, there we go. So this is on the Friday night. That is
a cake.
my little cake. a candle out of a chocolate truffle. So yeah, and it was literally at that point as I go to lift it, and then like one of them rolled off onto the floor. This is we sort of our last round of darts. We did it as a quick fire because we had like 2 minutes left. So I was like, come on, like everyone have a go. So yeah, so you can see like at the top sort of the screen that shows kind of whose go it is and then kind of what we were doing. I think we were on the demolition one for this. I can't now remember. Yeah, demolition. So basically you end up with a funnel, and whatever you hit on the board is like how many counters it takes away. But yeah, I loved it in there. One of my friends was like, oh, like I'm getting too old. She said I can't deal with the music, but I love sort of like there's the DJ and everything, and it's yeah, it's just like really fun. And so like, and then like the screen down sort of the bottom corner that you can see is like where you change what games you're going to do. So yeah, they had like anything from sort of snakes and ladders to like donkey race and things like that. And my sister won overall of all things, which is just typical because she's uber competitive anyway.
So you say a donkey race, is that on the
screen, and then like you all have a little donkey, and then they have a number on, and it depends on what number it is. Like that's what you need to. There we go. So this is me going up.
I've never seen a dart.
Oh yeah. Super quick fire. I think I got like a triple or something, or a double. But yeah. So yeah, some of them like you have to get a specific number in order for it to move. Whereas I could say like this one is just like whatever number you hit. And then the snakes and ladders one is more about where you hit on the board, but we didn't do snakes and ladders in the end. And that's me and my friends who are doing little videos. My sister in the background, if you can see, she's the one bouncing up and down. We were even saying there's a photo of us that will be coming up, and I was saying to her how like I can't believe after all these years everyone always said that we looked like twins. There we go. And yet now we literally are looking very similar. So yeah, it's quite interesting. But yeah, look, I came fifth. So that was really fun. And this is my sister on one of her little live things. So it depends like what kind of move you do as to whether it records it or not.
Oh, okay.
Every time I think my reactions are always like crazy. Yeah, this is another one that she did. I didn't want to like show sort of all of them, but I thought she wouldn't mind me showing her one. And it's like so crazy because like you don't know when it's going to be recording, so it's like you can oh yeah, this is this is me among my ones. And I just thought like my sister took these, and then I looked back at them, and I was just like, I look so ridiculous, but I kind of like it. So yeah, that was my action shot.
You look like you're having fun.
Oh my god, it was so much fun, and like, and all my friends like said that they really liked it as well, which made me even happier because yeah, I think sort of there's almost sort of like no point having fun by yourself, if other people aren't. So, and they all like want to go back, so I'm like, yeah. But yeah, so then you can see here, this is my dress. It's a little photo shoot in one of the empty thingies. But yeah, so you can like see the full length. But Heather, I don't know if you heard at the start, I took the sort of petticoat out for this day because I didn't get very good shots on the Friday night because the lighting wasn't very good. But I recreated the makeup for this one. Though I think looking at this one, the one at the end, that my I quite clearly was laughing too much because I think my eyes have little wings have sort of come off. So yeah, so just gives everyone an idea of the sort of more close up. And
well, you are looking good to when you think about you have been out partying like before.
Yeah, thank you.
I would be lying flat on my back.
Oh. Yeah, it's I must admit, sort of before this, I kind of put some good concealer on underneath my eyes because I was looking a bit dark circly. Because although I've sort of been resting like before going out and afterwards and things. there's been like sort of late nights and kind of, or like last night I had some weird nightmare thing where I was there was a ghost in my dream of all things, and I was trying to scream, and then I sort of became aware that I was actually making noises outside of my dream, and I was like, oh my god, because I'm quite notorious for sleepwalking and sleep talking, so it's kind of weird. Like I've never had that before, so to sort of hear myself, I was, oh my god, but it was like a weird, like sort of muffled, like oh, sort of scream, and I was, oh geez, like what if I was actually screaming? That would have been scary. But yeah, so that was that was our little shenanigans, really.
Yeah, it looked like you had fun. So
Oh, thank you.
that's that was the plan, right?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, and then like I say, sort of we're gonna go to this murder mystery thing, me and my sister, and then and then skiing in March. So it's sort of I think I'll sort of be fairly quiet up until skiing and just doing a lot of hiking to get my exercise in. But and then we'll kind of see what happens after that, because sort of like my sister would like to do something where like my niece can come. So we were talking about maybe going to a Go Ape or something, because she really loves them. So we'll see. But she needs to have at the moment her leg is in a cast because she's got club feet. So hopefully it will be out sort of in, I think it's sort of like another month, and then she has it off. I'm not sure. But yeah, bless her, because it's like right overhanging as well, so she can walk, but sort of it's not the best.
Have they done some surgery?
Not yet, no.
Or just
it's just like
it the right way.
Yeah, to like force it in the right direction.
Yeah.
But they've got to wait. I see your face, Heather. She's got to wait until she's stopped growing, until they can do anything potentially.
Yeah. I've had the long-term casting thing, because basically what it is instead of you doing physio to like make your muscles go back to where they are, what they're doing is they put you in a cast so that your muscles and tendons are basically there all of the time. So it's instead of like putting you in a splint or a brace, you can't move, you can't put it back by itself, and because you can't do surgery on because you're growing, they cast you. But it makes life interesting. I had a lot of summers with rubber gloves on my feet.
Wonderful.
Because it would stop you slipping on hardwood floors if you had rubber gloves on your feet.
Very good. Yeah, she has like sort of fluffy socks over hers, because like her little toes are just there, and it's like so she'll get so cold with it being winter. Hello,
I've got Hamilton. My mum's gonna take me to see Hamilton.
Oh, nice. When are you going to that?
We don't know yet, because we don't know. We originally we were going to try and do it like last week, but then we looked at both of our diaries, like, no, it's not going to fit. But then my sister also said she wanted to come, so then we're like, oh well, it's on tour, so we could just go somewhere, like, because it's touring, we'll just pick somewhere that's closer to wherever. Because doesn't really, as long as it's not too complicated, it'll be fine.
Exactly. Yeah. Oh, that would be fun. I haven't seen that, but that is my niece's favorite musical. She listens to all the songs.
And then Mum's going to make me French onion soup because I missed it at Christmas.
Oh,
because
yeah,
I wasn't
you
with her
said.
for Christmas.
No.
And then I've got a friend of mine who is going to take me out for cocktails on the 2nd of February.
Oh, lovely. Oh, nice. We're both doing something on the 2nd. That's fun.
Because
Same day.
because he couldn't do the 12th, so he's doing the
Yeah.
2nd of February instead.
Oh, nice.
Well, that's going to be nice.
Yeah, exactly. That going to
As I
be
said,
sort of local to you again?
yeah, it will be. It will, because that's the joy of being in a city, isn't it? You can
Exactly.
you
Yeah.
can always find something close to you. It's just trying to work out what venues are
The
accessible.
accessibility. Yeah.
But normally when people are planning us going out there, the people who think about it rather than me having to think about it, which is nice.
Oh, that's nice. Yeah.
It's the bit that stresses me out, that bit. Because
Yeah, I bet.
I don't mind thinking about it, but like sometimes you just want to think about the pretty dress you're gonna wear.
I was going to say, like, when it's
Yeah.
like your day to day anyway, yeah, I can imagine it gets very wearisome.
Yeah. And especially when you've got a month of appointments. You're just like, I just want to think about pretty dresses and
Exactly.
what makeup I'm going to wear, which I know is my day-to-day life anyway, but yeah.
I cannot imagine how hard it is to. I'm having so much trouble to just get up and take a shower and go out in the car. And if I had to deal with a wheelchair, and I'm exhausted just to think about it.
Yeah, exactly.
It is tiring. I've been in bed all day today. As I said in our group chat, I literally had to leave a meeting. I was feeling that unwell and called the doctor. But I just joined all of you because I was just laid here watching you all, and I was like, bored. I want to talk to my friends.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, no, this has
The
become
only
like
reason
such
I
a
did
nice
it was because I
stream
had to
too.
put my eyebrows on, and I was like, the people watching it would be like, "Oh my god, she's not got her eyebrows on. How could she talk to the people?" And then I was like, "Oh, she's being silly."
There's a podcast I listen to, and they have a YouTube, and one of the ladies, she had like a eyebrow thing as a filter on her screen. I don't know if they do it on Zoom or something. Apparently they would like dance around when she sort of kind of moved, and she would end up with like an Uno brow. So
Yeah.
you could always do that and
Could
try not
always
to
do
get the
that.
Uno
That's
brow,
true.
but yeah.
But I was like, I want to talk about random things with my friends. People who
Exactly.
know about the stuff I like. I want to talk to them.
Yeah.
I was just like, it's fine. Nobody's gonna worry about me not having eyebrows or eyeliner. It'll be fine.
If you had mentioned it, I would not have noticed
exactly.
anything.
It's the joys of the inside of my brain then.
Yeah.
But yeah, so I've been in bed all day. But you know, it like it's much easier now. It's hard, but it's easier now. I've got the wheelchair in its weird, like paradoxical way. So
yeah, but also that I don't do public transportation. That's not my it's not my thing. So I'm thinking on top of it to go out and take the bus in the wheelchair, and I'm thinking I can do that on my feet. So
well, you just
it just adds to the anxiety and
I just watch a lot of TV or YouTube or read a book or just if I'm on the bus.
Oh yeah. I love getting the bus, to be honest. And I sort of like a
Or
lot of people don't, but I don't know. I kind of like sort of the long journey of it. Obviously, when you need to get somewhere, it's not always the best. But I like sort of when I can just sit back and be like, oh, you know, sort of like seeing different things that you don't otherwise see when, like, particularly when
Yeah,
you're on the underground and things.
if you are going like kind of far away outside the city, like
Yeah, not the best.
the buses are usually better, and then you can. It's not so many people. So
Yeah.
then I enjoy that because just you can watch the
World go
nature.
by, yeah.
Yeah. But in the city where it's the bus stops all the time and people on and off and it's crowded and it's.
I think part of it is that I've chosen some when I was offered different. I was lucky enough to be offered different places. Like there wasn't a lot of option, but luckily I was offered houses in different places. This one came up and it's near lots of different kinds of transport. So it's near lots of different kinds of buses. It's near lots of different kinds of trams. It's do you know what I mean? Like I can literally like pick different. You know, I can be like, okay, it's 3:00 on a school day. Don't get the bus.
Yeah.
Get the tram.
Yeah,
like,
definitely.
You know, oh no, it's snowing outside, which apparently it is.
What with you? Oh my gosh.
Apparently everybody's been coming in and going, it's incredibly cold and icy outside.
Oh no. You know what? Today it was feeling really, really cold in London in particular. So yeah.
So this would be a day that I'd get a taxi, but I live in a place where those, even though there aren't very many taxis, that's still an option. I don't live in the sticks. I don't live so far out.
Yeah,
and, like,
exactly.
There are so many different options of routes that you could take, and it makes it. I've even gone into because of the way our transport works. I can get in by bus and come home by tram.
Yeah.
Like I don't have to decide to just travel by bus one day. Like,
no, exactly.
And
Lucy says that when she gets on her bus, she's often the only passenger. That would be
it's not so big where she lives.
Right, yeah.
So
the magical to be alone on the bus. I bet it is.
Yeah.
My nephew said that. He was like, that person's a VIP. They've got the top of the bus all by themselves. And I was like, that's the thing though. The kids think it's magical because they drive by car everywhere. So my nephew keeps telling me off because I still haven't taken him by tram. And he's like, every time I come to see you, you say we're going by tram, but we haven't.
Oh
I'm like,
no.
Sorry. I'm sorry, I didn't cause the storm that stopped us going out.
Yeah, exactly.
There was a major storm and we couldn't go out. And so I couldn't take him by tram, and he's just desperately because they don't have trams where he lives.
All your fault.
He's like,
what is a tram?
The cross between a bus and a train.
Yeah, okay. Okay, yeah, I know.
I'm just like, yeah. Yeah, they just have like the sort of smaller cables on top.
And he's very disappointed I haven't taken him yet. He's like, you keep telling me we're going, and I'm like, I'm sorry. I apologize. I don't control the weather. But you were saying your buses are very, very. Everyone's on them. They don't run enough of them. Maya.
What?
They don't run
your
enough.
Buses are really busy.
Yeah, the city buses is busy, I guess.
Mm.
But we have outside the city. It's small. It's so where I grew up. You said the way you grew up, the bus was going every 2 hours.
Yeah.
Where I grew up, we had 2 buses a day.
Oh gosh.
So in the morning and the afternoon. So
you have to really have it planned out.
yeah.
Yeah, that's serious.
So and of course it's not that many that lives out in the so and it's taking the bus at the same time. So but
yeah,
well yeah, but they are made kind of different, and it's more seats like in the city there are like we can put, but we don't have the bus with the double bus.
Oh yeah. Like
No.
layers above each other.
No, that but with the accordion thing in the middle.
The Boris buses.
They are very long.
Yeah, they got rid of them here because they were killing people.
Oh no!
Cyclists wouldn't. I don't know quite how it was all happening, but I know that it was like crushing cyclists and things, and even possibly even like pedestrians, like when it was going around corners and things like that. Through whoever's fault it would have been, but yeah, sort of. So then they had to get rid of them. But it was Boris who brought them in.
Okay. Yeah.
So yeah, and then swiftly got rid of them.
We have had some real bus issues in down south because it's been so cold, and they have replaced all the buses with electrical buses. And the electric buses don't necessarily work when it's minus 30 degrees.
Yeah, I never even thought about that.
So it's been completely
gosh,
chaos. It's been and of course people are saying, oh, you shouldn't have replaced every bus, because the old buses they can go.
Yeah, and Lucy's saying that her buses are boats as well.
Because it's a lot of.
No, she had a boat rather, and no bus. I was thinking she was meaning like the bus was a boat as well. Oh, cool. You know what? Because with the Thames, there's people that live at like different parts, and they will canoe like to work.
Yeah.
Quite, you know.
Amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, so cool.
We have a lot of islands, so a lot of people have to take the ferry and drive on the ferry and go over to the other side, and kids go to school on the other side. So.
Oh yeah, like on the upper islands and things. That must be crazy. Yeah. I know it's sort of like in Scotland, it can be a bit like that. It's sort of if it's like stormy, then obviously they can't go to the shops and things like that. They have to have like a sort of like a what do you call it? Like the end of the worlders, when they sort of kind of have their stash of stuff, they kind of need to do that.
Doomsday preppers.
That's preppers. Yeah, you know, they have to do that just in case there's like a storm that sort of cuts them off.
Yeah, it's nice to have some in the back end. And
yeah, it's like it's sort of, you know, like going from like island to island is kind of nice in theory, but not always the most practical, I suppose.
Yeah.
It'd be nice on a holiday.
It's okay when the weather. It's okay when the weather is okay.
Indeed.
When the weather is bad, it's not so fun.
Yeah.
No. Exactly.
I think that's the case. Yeah.
Yeah. And Lucy's saying that she thinks that's why she thinks the buses were magical because they were boats back then. Which yes, indeed would make them feel rather magical.
So where did the boat go from and to? Because
and Lucy, you missed the present that my friend got me.
the glug.
Glug.
Yeah, I don't know what they call it, but we probably call it glug.
Yeah. But yes, I'm looking forward to that. So that Heather was a present from my friend from Finland, and it's a winter drink that you're meant to heat up and then like you have it with water or something like that. So I need to get the proper recipe from him and try it at some point. So be my my winter sort of warmer, but it's non-alcoholic, so it's kind of nice. I can have it whenever.
Yeah. Well, they say the snow is coming tonight, apparently.
Wow.
I'm hoping not, because I've got things to do.
You know?
Not
it's
exciting.
Always the way, like when you've got stuff to do, it's like, oh, well, sort of know you ring, and it's like, no.
Not exciting things, but things to do.
No, but yeah, exactly. Like you need to get out of the house. You know, it's sort of like snow is fun when you don't have to go anywhere, and you can maybe throw a snowball and then go back inside and just hibernate for like the day. You know, it's sort of and watch it through the window.
It's saying I've got snow tomorrow.
Oh god.
We have a lot of snow. Oh my god, it's been snowing so much. So we
yeah. How deep is your snow? Sort of how deep does it usually get?
Right now, I'm not sure because well, when I'm out, then
would it go up to your knee or not quite?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Oh wow.
But it's hard because it's not that even, because some places you are shoveling and yeah, so that of course where I'm shoveling outside for my dog, it's probably almost to my waist.
Wow, that's crazy.
So yeah, it and of course to find the car and move it when so it's kind of not fun or it's hard, it's heavy on my back.
yeah I bet. Yeah doing all that shoveling and things.
And now it's because it's been cold and then a little warm and then cold. So now today we had minus 14 degrees.
Wow.
So it's quite cold and yeah, like I said, I think it's hard just to go out and find my car and get the snow away, and the ice on the window and everything. And and for me, taking a bus with especially with it's hard to go in ride in the wheelchair when it's snow.
Which is why I'm currently.
Do you have winter tires on them?
No, I've realised you won't have seen it properly in the when we were in the live the other day. But there's my wheelchair just there. Can you see it?
Oh, cool! Yeah. The outline. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
It's a pretty sturdy piece of thing,
very good.
Still not a good idea to go out if we've got proper snow going on.
No, you need spikes on it.
But
like Shane,
the buses, they sort of like truckers, you know, the sort of as it goes around.
There is a amber weather alert for this week
Oh gosh.
across the entire country.
Oh dear.
Which means that basically they don't want disabled people to leave their houses or the old people. Brilliant!
Yeah.
Which I have.
Oh yeah, it's currently -1 here. And for London, that's cold because it doesn't often go much below 0 that often.
Because of the buildings.
Yeah. But yeah, I'm out in the sticks a bit more. Oh yeah, Nashville has got snow. Yeah, because I'm out in the sticks, it gets a bit colder. Compared to sort of central London, this is the sticks.
Yeah, they've put out an entire.
Oh dear.
Yeah. Sorry.
I'm still gonna have to go and get my arm looked at. So I'll just have to keep an active eye on the weather and because they'll put the warning out and then it won't match. Because that's
yeah, exactly. It will be like sort of the next day or something like that. It's always a bit off.
Yeah. Because,
or we'll get a hurricane instead. Not that, touch wood we don't.
I
won't come and talk that into existence. But yeah, there was a case once in the 90s where it was the 90s or even the 80s where a weatherman said that like this sort of storm that was coming wasn't going to like even touch England. The next day, the whole country was like decimated by it. So.
Was it the storm of 1987?
That's it, yeah, 87, yeah.
Yeah, that's why Sevenoaks doesn't have Sevenoaks anymore.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the one that always comes up in the local news every time there's a storm. Is everyone goes, is it better or worse than the storm of? Do you know what I mean? Like,
yeah, exactly.
And you're like, not sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, but the winter in
worse at the moment.
The winter in 97, we had snow record, so it must have been a crazy winter for everyone. So that winter it was 2 meters and 40 centimeters.
Wow, gosh, that's crazy.
So that was kind of a record. But now today we have 90 centimeters of snow where they measure it because it's
so
snows.
Is it like the average kind of thing?
Yeah, they have like on the outside the weather thing. Yeah, and they have some kind of thing so it's just but of course when it's melting and it's kind of they measure everything that's comes down.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, it's like here in London. It's sort of like, no, it's not snowed because it's not snowed like on sort of the Met offices building.
Because
it's like, but it snowed everywhere else in London.
yeah, because it's not doesn't snow that much where it snows.
Yeah,
it is snowing more where I live. So
yeah. They do. We get cold weather payments. If you are older or receive certain government support, but they do it by postcode. Well, in certain areas, your weather station changes by postcode, and it's done if the temperature falls below a certain level. Well, the issue is because it's done by like a degree of a temperature drop. Literally, my current postcode and my old postcode, which are literally the opposite ends of a road, right? Means that my old postcode would get a cold weather payment and this current postcode won't, because they're different weather stations. But I mean, literally, it's one road. Like literally, I can see. If I go onto the main road, I can see my old flat from here.
But why do you get extra paid when it's cold?
Because we need to put our heating on.
Oh,
because
okay.
like if you're elderly or sort of like have like disabled benefits and things
Yeah.
like that, or other types of benefits.
We get an extra £25 if the temperature drops below a certain level, which they change every so often, so it's really hard to keep up with. You get £25, which you can then put towards your bill, or you can put towards anything that you need to be able to keep. Like you can spend it on anything, but basically it's put in so that you can ensure that you can keep warm.
Yeah.
So is it per day or is it like?
No, that's the whole week.
Okay, so no matter how long it's cold, you just get the £25.
So you'd get £25 per week.
Oh, per week. Okay, yeah.
Depending when the temperature drops below a certain level.
Yeah.
So it's a bit of a.
That makes sense.
It's a bit of a weird one, to be honest.
Yeah.
Exactly. Sometimes you look at your bill and you're like, I'm sure it was cold enough that I needed to put my heating on.
Yeah.
Exactly. Like I'm sure that people literally my care assistants twice today have come into my house and gone, your house is warm, and I went, yeah, the heating's on, and they've gone, it's the first house that's warm.
Oh,
nobody else has put their heating on.
Yeah, well, that's the thing, because people are often so sort of low on kind of money for even food, you know, it's sort of,
they just won't put their heating on.
I know,
so
I know that thought.
So it's sort of that thing of, I don't often put my it sounds weird, I don't put my lights on. I don't need my light. This is enough light to.
I was going to say, yeah, you've got like a spotlight behind you. That's quite good.
Yeah, I've got enough light to be able to be in my room and read my book. I don't need the big light on.
But I don't think the light is I don't think the light is the most that use most power.
Yeah,
no,
exactly.
potentially not.
Yeah,
it's charging my wheelchair that costs the most money.
Yeah, you said
So, but
that's so tough.
Anyway, it's 10 to 10.
Yeah, I was going to say, do we want to jump off? We've done a later one tonight, so it's a bit harder on us. But it's been lovely chatting to you both. Thank you so much for coming in, as always.
It's been lovely
fun. Yeah, it's been fun to sort of like share what we all did. Well, me and Heather for our birthdays over the weekend, and and hopefully, you know, sort of after the second, we'll have more fun photos to show.
Yes.
Yeah, I need a report after the
murder mystery and the
Yeah. That sounds.
I'll let you know if I take them down.
Yeah.
But yeah, so that will be really fun. We'll have a wonderful week, both of you.
Everyone
in the chat and everyone on replay. Thank you so much for watching until the end with us. And do take a check out of everyone's channels if you haven't already. Heather's, she'll be doing some more makeup ones in the near future, hopefully. So go and check her out there. And then Maya for her lovely artwork. And then if you wouldn't mind liking the stream, that's always appreciated. And we will leave it there and say good night. So thank you very much to everyone.
Yeah.
And let me end that there.